Hello. I am very happy to share this special module on the goddess of divine love, of desire, of beauty, TRIPURA Sundari with you. This has a particular place in my heart because Sundari was my seductress, I call, to the mystical work. Before I was more into the straightforward, efficient yoga and meditation practices, like you push one button and you get that result kind of practices that I can also explain with my understanding of science, with my understanding of body work. However, with the Mahavidyas, a completely different door to the mystical opened to me. So the glimpses of meditation that were happening before were taken to a totally different level with the work on Mahavidyas. And the enticement came from Sundari because I found a lot in this archetype around how I relate to love, how I relate to life, how I relate to desire, and also what I have in me in terms of excitement around the qualities that I would like to cultivate in this life. Whenever we are envious, whenever we feel like we lack something or we want more of something, it's actually a sign of the potentiality that you have within you. And Sundari is the energy that has proven that to me. So it wasn't just a mental idea, but it was a revelation through the work with Sundari. That's why this module has a particular value to me. I have to say I'm in love with all of them, but this one was my initiation in a way, and that puts it in a different level of excitement in terms of my preparation. And to be honest, this is also an archetype which is very, very enticing for many people because of different reasons. Because of women actually, in general, aspiring to cultivate the qualities of Sundari in their lives, but having a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of traumas around it that we will explore, and men wanting to see that power, that queenliness of Sundari in themselves and around them, but being intimidated by it. So because of our life situation, because of the realm that we are living in right now, this archetype seems to be quite attractive for many, in fact. So I hope that this work will open many doors, will bring you a lot of insight and a lot of inspiration, just like it did for me and many of my fellows on the path. And you can get the most out of this work by trying out all the different tools that I offer for you in this platform of sharing. One tool is more this intellectual aspect of understanding the goddess, aligned with my own inclinations. I do quite some research on every archetype and verified by my experience sometimes, and at other times I just refer to them. You know, look, this is what's in the literature in terms of its symbolism, in terms of what it stands for, in terms of different associations made with this goddess, why we do practice with this goddess, and more philosophical insights on the different aspects of the archetype. Then there is the emotional connection through music, through dance, through arts, through ritual, through some self-reflection exercises that you can establish. And there is the more transcendental connection that you can build through meditation, through yoga, and again through ritual. All of that is covered in this module. Some may speak more to you, some less. So by trying out, you will find your own shortcuts that work best for you. I also encourage you to stay with the practices and repeat them and again and again. Sometimes first encounter doesn't really say much. or we need to get used to it. We need to also remove some resistance that we may have towards some practices that are new for us. So I give you access for 30 days so that you can go back to the content and just practice as much as you like. And also re-listen to the discourses if you feel the need. I also encourage you to prepare yourself. There is a day 0 in the workshop module, which is containing this lecture, this little presentation to prepare you, but also it contains the yantra that you can print and some pictures of the goddess, some visual representation of the goddess that you can print out, and you can prepare a little altar for yourself. West is the direction for Sundari, so you can put it on the west side of your room, as elevated as possible. That will be the respectful way to do. You can decorate it with red fabric, red flowers, whatever these words, these associations bring up in you. You can find your own ways. It doesn't have to be an Indian altar, you know. It's your world, your reality. When I say beauty, desire, divine love, what does it awaken in you? Put whatever that you would like to decorate your altar with on this altar, along with the photo visual and the yantra. If you don't have a calling for this, you may as well skip it. You know, this is the external yoga. There is the internal yoga that happens inside. If you want to challenge yourself, I'm so skeptical towards rituals, let's try, then try. So play with it the way you want. I just want to give you ideas that you can play with. Another good idea would be to associate yourself more and more with the symbolism, like the color red, wearing a red outfit, or decorating the altar in red when you are practicing, when you are listening to the discourses, may bring you more into the mood. Always creating a space where you study or practice and always doing it there, like having your little egregore, so that an energy accumulates there. And going back to the reflection questions, exercises, meditations, again and again, to dig deeper how this archetype manifests in your life. Because yes, you will get input from the workshop, but the real input comes through your body, through your senses, through the life situations that leave a mark on you. So please keep on exploring. Take this practice outside of the teaching platform into your life. And on top of it all, the very powerful, strong, advanced work with the Mahavidyas is the meditation with the mantra. So in my full package, which goes beyond the teaching platform, I have an extra additional practice where I give you a mantra of Sundari that you can meditate with. And you can meditate with this mantra all your life, basically. It's not limited to the time of the workshop. However, I would need a commitment of minimum 3 days, 1 hour each day of practice, so that you honor the requirements of the sadhana at its minimum. If you feel like this mantra is not for you, then I explain you ways of dissolving this process, but otherwise you can practice with it all the time. And I help you in this initiation process by synchronized meditation slots during the release dates of the workshop. But if they don't fit you, we organize a one-to-one so that I explain you some details about how to perform a classical Tantra sadhana, and I also sit with you together for half an hour during your meditation to support you in the process. This would be the full-on. And you may choose to opt for this full practice after doing the workshop, if you want, after studying and seeing, or if you want to go full on, you can already start with the mantra. So it's totally up to you. See what works best for you, what you have a calling for, but that would be the full version, let's say. And there are, of course, other practices. There's always more that you can explore, but I trust that this will build a solid foundation in you. This will put a strong seed in you for this type of practice. And the more water you give to that seed with your own practice, with your own awareness, with your own reflection throughout your life, the stronger the seed will grow in you, flower in you. And then if you feel the inclination, in time, you can explore more and more, and I'll be happy to assist you in that process. Okay, that's what I would like to share to introduce you to the module. I wish you a wonderful ride, a wonderful journey, and congratulations already, you're doing something great for yourself.